Stop reheating these 4 common foods. Hidden toxins may lead to memory loss and cancer. Have you ever wondered if the leftovers sitting in your fridge might be doing more harm than good? Many of us believe reheating food is a simple, safe, and convenient way to save time. But what if I told you that some of the most common foods, ones we often consider healthy, could actually turn toxic when reheated? On Peaceful While Aging, we uncover the hidden truths about everyday habits that may silently affect your health, especially as you grow older. Today, we'll explore 4 familiar foods that health experts warn against reheating and reveal the science behind how these changes can quietly increase risks for inflammation, digestive troubles, and even conditions like dementia or cancer. Because protecting your well-being doesn't always mean changing what you eat. Sometimes, it's about changing how you handle your food. Part 1. When convenience may cost your health. Have you ever opened the fridge, spotted a container of leftovers, and thought, perfect, I'll just reheat it and eat? That's a habit most of us share, quick, easy, economical. But the opening of this discussion poses a powerful question. Could that reheating habit be silently affecting your long-term health? The core message here isn't meant to spread fear, but to raise awareness. Certain foods, once cooked, stored, and reheated, may undergo chemical changes that generate unwanted compounds, ranging from pro-inflammatory agents to digestive irritants, even molecules suspected of contributing to cancer or cognitive decline. What makes this especially concerning is that these changes usually don't come with detectable signs like smell or taste, meaning you could be consuming them repeatedly without realizing it. Why does this matter? First, because of frequency. In busy modern life, many people, especially seniors, rely on storing food and reheating multiple times. Second, because of the body's increasing vulnerability with age, detoxification, cellular repair, and immune defense naturally decline, so small repeated exposures may accumulate into bigger health risks. And third, because of specific chemical reactions, oxidation, nitrate conversion, bacterial toxin production in oxygen-deprived conditions that occur more readily when food is improperly handled, such as being left out at room temperature too long, stored in aluminum foil, or reheated at very high microwave temperatures. That said, this introduction should also be read with balance. It's an educational caution, not an absolute ban on leftovers. Not all reheated food is harmful, and not every reheat leads to illness. The key is understanding where the risks lie, recognizing the conditions that encourage harmful changes, and making small adjustments to store and reheat food more safely rather than panicking and cutting out nutrient-rich foods altogether. This opening is a call for greater mindfulness in the kitchen, encouraging safer storage, fewer reheating cycles, fresher meals whenever possible, and professional guidance if you have existing conditions or concerns. Small, thoughtful habits today can make a big difference for long-term health, especially for older adults, whose bodies are more sensitive to the hidden chemical shifts in everyday food. Part 2. Spinach. The hidden danger in leafy greens. Spinach has long been celebrated as a nutritional powerhouse. Packed with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as iron and antioxidants, it is often recommended as one of the healthiest leafy greens. But what if this trusted food, when reheated, could quietly transform into something harmful? That's the paradox behind spinach, a superfood that, under the wrong conditions, can turn into a hidden health risk. The culprit lies in its naturally high nitrate content. In its raw or freshly cooked form, these nitrates are actually beneficial. They support cardiovascular health by improving blood pressure regulation and circulation. But the story changes when spinach is cooked, stored for extended periods, especially at room temperature or even in the fridge, and then reheated. Through this sequence, nitrates can convert first into nitrites and then into nitrosamines, compounds the World Health Organization and other institutions have linked to cancer risk, particularly cancers of the digestive tract. For seniors, the stakes are even higher. As the body ages, its ability to neutralize toxins and repair cellular damage weakens. What once might have been a small exposure becomes a greater burden. Research in neurology has also suggested that chronic exposure to nitrosamines may contribute to neuroinflammation, a key factor in cognitive decline and conditions like dementia. Imagine preparing a hearty spinach soup on Sunday, storing it, and reheating portions throughout the week. While it may taste the same, each reheat could introduce harmful compounds, invisible but cumulative over time. So, what's the solution? It doesn't mean giving up spinach entirely, far from it. Instead, it's about how you prepare and consume it. Spinach is safest when eaten fresh, lightly cooked, or even enjoyed cold in salads, wraps, or chilled soups. If reheating is unavoidable, choose gentle stovetop warming over harsh microwave heat, avoid multiple reheating cycles, and consume spinach-based dishes within 1 to 2 days. Prompt refrigeration is also critical to minimize chemical transformation. The bottom line: spinach remains one of the best vegetables you can eat, but respect its sensitivity. By handling it carefully, you can continue to enjoy its powerful health benefits, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, without letting its hidden risks sneak into your meals. Part 3: Potatoes. From comfort food to potential health concern. Potatoes are among the most beloved comfort foods worldwide. Whether mashed, roasted, or baked, they deliver warmth, satiety, and versatility at an affordable price. But beneath their wholesome image lies a surprising risk, especially when they're cooked, stored, and reheated improperly. Here's where the problem begins. Once potatoes are cooked, their starches break down into simpler forms that are easy to digest. But as they cool, especially during refrigeration, these starches undergo a process called retrogradation, which turns them into resistant starch. In moderation, resistant starch can be beneficial as a prebiotic fiber that supports gut health. However, the real concern emerges when potatoes are stored and reheated under the wrong conditions. The biggest danger is linked to Clostridium botulinum, the bacteria responsible for botulism, a rare but potentially deadly illness. When potatoes are cooked in foil and then cooled slowly at room temperature, they create an oxygen-deprived environment where these bacteria can thrive. Worse still, contaminated potatoes may show no visible signs of spoilage and no unusual smell or taste, making the toxins almost impossible to detect. These neurotoxins can cause anything from digestive issues to neurological problems, and they pose an even higher risk for older adults whose immune and digestive systems are naturally less resilient. Science has also uncovered another layer of concern. Studies on the gut-brain connection reveal that poor digestive health and chronic inflammation may play a role in long-term cognitive decline and even increase the risk of neurodegenerative conditions. In other words, repeatedly eating reheated potatoes stored improperly could contribute not only to digestive distress, but also to broader health challenges over time. So, how do we enjoy potatoes safely without giving them up? The solution is simple yet crucial. Prepare potatoes fresh whenever possible. If storing leftovers, cool them quickly and transfer them into sealed containers. Never leave them in foil. When reheating, use the oven or stovetop for thorough and even heating, rather than the microwave. Discard any potato leftovers after 2 to 3 days, even if they look fine. Potatoes can still be the comforting, nourishing food we love, but only when handled with care. By respecting these safety steps, you can continue enjoying them while protecting both your digestive health and long-term well-being. Part 4: Eggs, a protein source that warrants special handling. Eggs have long been celebrated as one of nature's most complete foods. Affordable, versatile, and packed with high-quality protein, they are a dietary staple in countless households. Whether scrambled for breakfast, boiled as a quick snack, or baked into casseroles, eggs provide not only protein, but also essential nutrients like choline, which is vital for brain health. However, while freshly cooked eggs offer numerous benefits, the story changes when they are reheated, especially in the microwave or at high temperatures. Cooking naturally denatures egg proteins, making them easier to digest. But reheating these proteins triggers further chemical changes that can negatively affect both nutritional quality and health outcomes. Two significant risks emerge when eggs are reheated. Degradation of sulfur compounds, which not only gives eggs a rubbery texture and unpleasant smell, but also signals chemical instability. Oxidation of cholesterol within the yolk, producing compounds known as oxysterols. Research published in the Journal of Lipid Research links these oxidized compounds to increased inflammation and higher cardiovascular risks. For older adults, these changes are especially concerning. With age, the body processes fats less efficiently, the cardiovascular system becomes more vulnerable, and the brain grows increasingly sensitive to inflammatory triggers. Studies in Nature Reviews Neurology have emphasized how chronic inflammation plays a central role in cognitive decline, memory issues, and the progression of neurodegenerative diseases. Consider this everyday scenario: preparing a batch of hard-boiled eggs on Sunday for the week, then microwaving one for Wednesday's breakfast. While seemingly convenient, this reheating process may introduce inflammatory compounds that don't cause immediate symptoms, but could contribute to long-term health burdens if repeated over months and years. So, what's the best way forward? Prioritize freshly cooked eggs whenever possible. If you prepare eggs in advance, enjoy them cold in salads, sandwiches, or as protein-packed snacks rather than reheating. If reheating is unavoidable, use gentle, low-temperature methods and never reheat multiple times. Store cooked eggs properly in the refrigerator and consume them within 3 to 4 days, discarding any that look or smell unusual. Eggs remain a powerhouse of nutrition, but only when handled with care. By adjusting how you prepare and consume them, you can maximize their benefits while minimizing hidden risks, a simple yet powerful step for supporting heart health, brain vitality, and overall well-being as you age. Part 5. Mushrooms. Delicate nutrition, easily compromised. Mushrooms are a unique gift from nature, low in calories yet rich in antioxidants, B vitamins, dietary fiber, and immune-supporting compounds like beta-glucans. They bring earthy flavor and hearty texture to countless dishes, from stir-fries to soups, while also supporting cardiovascular health and potentially even playing a role in cancer prevention. But unlike many other vegetables, mushrooms are extremely sensitive to reheating. Their nutritional profile and delicate structure can be easily compromised when subjected to repeated cooking, especially in the microwave or at high heat. Here's why. Mushrooms contain specialized proteins, enzymes, and fragile fatty acids. While the first round of cooking enhances flavor and makes nutrients more accessible, reheating causes further breakdown. This can lead to proteins becoming less digestible, causing bloating, sluggish digestion, or discomfort. Accelerated oxidation of proteins and fats, producing compounds that may increase oxidative stress in the body. Oxidative stress, as science shows, is a fundamental driver of aging and chronic diseases. For older adults, who may already face reduced digestive efficiency and slower cellular repair, these effects can be even more troubling. Over time, the repeated intake of oxidized food compounds may contribute to inflammation, fatigue, mental fog, and weakened immunity. Think of a simple scenario. You prepare a mushroom risotto for dinner, store leftovers in a plastic container, and reheat it the next day in the microwave. The mushrooms turn rubbery, watery, or unusually soft, clear signs of chemical and structural changes. While they may still seem edible, the altered compounds could silently burden your digestive and immune systems. To protect the unique benefits of mushrooms, here are some safer practices. Store cooked mushrooms in glass containers with tight lids to reduce moisture buildup and slow deterioration. Enjoy leftovers cold, such as in salads or chilled dishes, instead of reheating. If reheating is unavoidable, use gentle stovetop warming at low heat instead of microwaving. Ideally, cook only the amount you'll consume in one sitting to avoid the need for reheating altogether. Handled with care, mushrooms can continue to nourish your body and strengthen your immune system. But when reheated carelessly, they lose not just their taste and texture, they may also introduce hidden risks. By treating mushrooms with the delicacy they deserve, you safeguard both their nutritional value and your long-term health. Conclusion. Our kitchens are filled with foods we trust: spinach, potatoes, eggs, mushrooms, staples that have nourished families for generations. Yet as we've seen, The way we cook, store, and reheat these everyday items can quietly transform them, sometimes creating compounds that place extra strain on our bodies. For older adults, whose immune systems, digestion, and cellular repair naturally slow with age, these hidden risks can have a greater impact than we might realize. But the good news is this: knowledge gives us power. By learning how these changes occur and by adjusting simple habits like avoiding multiple reheats, using gentle stovetop warming, storing leftovers safely, or enjoying foods fresh and cold, we can continue enjoying these familiar favorites without compromising long-term health. This isn't about giving up the foods we love. It's about making small, intentional choices that protect our digestion, support our brains, and reduce unnecessary inflammation as we age. Every thoughtful step we take in the kitchen becomes an investment in clearer thinking, stronger bodies, and a more vibrant life. At Peaceful While Aging, our mission is to empower you with practical, science-based insights that make daily living healthier and more joyful. With a little care, you can keep savoring life's simple comforts while also safeguarding your well-being for the years ahead. If today's video helped you uncover new ways to protect your health, imagine how much more you can gain by staying with us. At Peaceful While Aging, we share science-backed tips, practical guidance, and gentle reminders that every small change adds up to a stronger, healthier, and more peaceful life after 60. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss the latest insights on nutrition, wellness, and graceful aging. Together, we can make smarter choices in the kitchen, protect our bodies and minds, and enjoy more vibrant years ahead. Let's continue this journey, one healthy habit at a time.